So a few weeks ago, I started a little experiment. I wanted to see if I could generate a good flow of motivated seller leads from sending emails to property owners. Now, this isn't as easy as just opening up a Gmail account and start sending emails. I mean, you can do that, but Gmail is going to limit you at so many a day, and eventually they're going to shut you down because you're using it as a free email as a marketing platform. So they don't like that, and they're not going to let you send a massive amount of emails, and you really need to send a good amount to get leads flowing in. So there's some steps that you have to go through to do this. One, you have to have a platform where you can send a lot of cold emails out of, which we're looking at right now. You have to buy some emails, and we need to get them cheap so it's affordable. So we have to have domain emails. So like I send from hello at the wholesalestoolbox.com. You need domains like that where it's like a .com or a .co or a .net or something like that. So we need to set up emails like that. We need to get a list of property owners with their email addresses. We need to clean those email addresses to make sure none of them are bad and they don't bounce back as bad, because that will hurt our email credibility. So there's all these things involved in it. So I've put this system together to do all that. Currently, I'm running 15 email accounts, sending about 375, maybe a little bit more than that, close to 400 emails a day to property owners with vacant properties. And I have a list of criteria, and it's working. I'm getting leads. You're looking at the dashboard right here. I set my opportunities at only $5,000 value per opportunity. And the reason I did that is because I set up a JV partner that's got an office and they actively JV deals. And I said, hey, let me go out and market and create the lead, and then you work the lead, right? So all I'm doing is creating it. I'm giving it to them and they're running it. And then when they get the deal and they close on it, I get 40% for just generating the lead, and they get 60% because they worked it and closed it. So I did all this whole experiment because I wanted to come up with a system that would work for you. So many people spend a lot of money on mail, on regular physical mail, to property owners, or they spend a lot of money on dialers and a lot of time just calling people. Hey, do you want to sell your house? Hey, do you want to sell your house? So I wanted to come up with a better system, a system that once it's set up, it's pretty hands off. You get it all set up. You get the emails that you're sending from warmed up. That takes, a couple weeks to do. But once it's all ready, in about a 3-week time span, you'll get everything ready. Then you just hit go. And then it just emails 3, 4, 500,000 people a day. And then you just watch the leads come in. So it's working. You can see right here, again, I've got 7 leads in here. Now, to be honest, a couple of these are people that are interested in buying more properties, right? Not everybody was like, oh yeah, I want to sell. So, you get a lot of people email back and say, no, we're not interested. Take me off the list, whatever. Great. Off the list. Boom, you're done. But for everybody else that comes in, hey, I'm interested. Hey, I want to do something. Hey, I take an offer. It's working. Matter of fact, I started filming this a minute ago and I stopped because my email showed up and I had another lead come in. So let me show you what this looks like. So here we've got the, what's going on, right? How many emails are going out a day and the opportunities. I don't have the open rate and click rate turned on because that adds like a code to the email. And I wanted it just to look like a plain text email. So the deliverability was better on it. Okay. So I don't have that turned on, but you could turn that on. But so I've got the analytics. I uploaded all my email addresses to everybody in here. I set up my sequences, right? I have 4 sequences, right? And what this does is it's every time it sends an email, it puts in the property address and then it uses, it's called spin text, right? So it'll either say, hey, hi, hello, howdy, and then insert the first name. Then it will say, hey, I noticed, came across, saw your property address in this city and wanted to reach out. Are you selling? Would you be an open offer? Right? So it's using different variations of this email every time it sends, right? And it's customizing it. It's putting their name in, it's putting the address in and all that stuff. And why that's important is because every time you have an email go out, you want it to look different to the email servers, right? You don't want it to look like you're sending the same email over and over and over again because they're going to recognize it as spam. So this way, it's customizing every email that goes out. So in each step, I have 3 different email versions, and each version has different spin text in it. All right. And then I have a week 2 sequence, week 3, and week 4. Then I'm done. Right. So over 4, if they haven't responded, they're probably not going to. So that's how that's set up. Right. And I've got my schedule set up. Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6 is when I'm sending, right? And then you can go into options and then you can do subsequences where you can set it up. If they reply, it'll reply back automatically. I'm right now currently replying to everybody myself, okay? Then when the leads come in, you have a Unibox. So this is the one that came in when I was talking to you, right? And I replied back, hey, what's a good time for a number, or what's a good time for a call, and what's your phone number, and I'll give you a call. But he's interested in an offer on his property, right? This guy, he said he would be interested in buying some. So I replied back, said, what would that look like? And he said anything with a 20% return. So this is growing not only my seller leads, but it's also growing my buyers list. All right. Then we can look at analytics here. And then it's got a built-in CRM. So you can go and look at all your opportunities coming in and all that stuff. So that's what I've had going. This is what I'm doing. And this is what I'm testing. So my question to you is, would you do this? Are you ready to do this? If I put together a video training, I can either do this 1 of 2 ways, and you tell me which way you want me to do it. I can put together a little mini course and just give you the mini course and say, this is how you set it up. You're on your own. Here's all the information. Sign up for this, do this, do this. Okay. I can do it that way. Or if there's enough people interested in it, I'll do a community. I'll do a community and I can put all the training in there, but then like twice a week, I can come on and do a live Zoom call and let you guys hop on. If you're having any problems or you have any questions, I can do that. If I do the community, I've got to charge something for it. Not a lot, but maybe $20 a month or something like that. So I can do the community, put all the training in there. You go in, you set it up, and twice a week I'll come on and do a call and answer questions. Or I can just do a mini course and say you're on your own. Here's how you do it, and you set it up and you do it. All right. So tell me, are you interested in doing this? And if so, which would you prefer? Do you just want a free mini course, or do you want a $20 a month paid community where I come on and you can ask me questions and I can do it that way? So, but guys, if you're guys and ladies, if you're cold calling, if you're sending mail, if you're driving for dollars, you're doing it, those things are either costing you a ton of time or a ton of money. You can set this up. The cost is going to be about $250 a month is what it's going to cost you for all of it, for getting all the emails that you need, for cleaning the emails, for setting up your system, all of it. About 250, I think it was $252 a month. You can do all of this. All right. And once you get it set up, it doesn't take you any, all the only thing you have to do is when you get time, you go in here and either people say, no, no, thank you, take me off your list, you take them off the list. Or if they say, yeah, I'm interested, you might have to reply back and say, hey, give me your number, and I'll call you, right? Or do like I did and set up a JV partner, and you send the leads to the JV partner, they work them, and you get half the money, right? So my JV partner that I set up here in St. Petersburg, I generate the lead, I send it to them, they get 60%, I get 40%. I get 40% for just creating the lead and sending it to them. Nothing else. I don't have to talk to the seller, don't have to go look at the property, don't have to calculate numbers, I don't have to negotiate, I don't have to find a buyer, I have to do nothing. All I'm doing is this, what I just showed you, and they're giving me 40% of every deal that closes. So if this is the kind of wholesaling that you want to do, respond to this email and tell me, David, do a mini course and I can set this up myself, or David, do a community. I'll pay $20 a month to have you hold my hand and show me how to do this. Okay. You let me know. All right. But I think this is awesome. And guys, again, SMS, text messaging, the compliance is getting insane on that. Okay. It's actually, unless you have somebody opt into an SMS campaign, it's actually illegal to do. So if you're just getting a list of phone numbers and putting them in an SMS and messaging them out, that's not, if you get busted doing that, you're fined. And it's like, I think it's like $1,500, like between 15 and $4,000 per infraction that you could get fined for doing that. But with cold email, if we do it the right way and be compliant, which I'm going to teach you the compliant way to do it, it's perfectly legal, right? They don't have to opt into a list. You have to give them a way to opt out, which I'm doing, right? You have to be clear on your intent in the email, which I'm doing, right? It's not a misleading email. Hey, do you want to sell your property? Don't want to hear from me anymore? Tell me and I'll opt you out. It's all compliant, right? So if you're doing SMS, it's going to get harder to do it and you need to get away from it. And this would be a good way to go. If you're cold calling every day and spending hours and hours cold calling, this is a way to just get away from the phone and just, you have to make calls when people say, yeah, I'm interested in selling, but that's it, right? And those are the best calls. And if you're sending a lot of mail or spending a lot of time driving for dollars, this is a lot easier. All right. So guys, I'm doing this all for you. Swear to God, I've spent my money and my time putting this all together so you have an easier way of generating leads. Now, again, it's not free. I'm not, unless I do the paid community and I'm just going to ask for $20. But I'm not asking for anything. I want to show you a way to set this up. You got to pay for the software to set it up. But again, $250 a month, and you won't have to spend another dime on marketing in any form. You won't have to put gas in your car to go driving for dollars. You don't have to buy mail. You don't have to pay for postage. You don't have to do any of that. You can do it all out of this. All right. So seriously, no matter what your answer, email me back. Say, David, this isn't for me. Not my thing. Or do it. Put together a mini course and do it, or do a community, because I would love to have you, there if I have any questions and to guide us on this. Okay. So no matter what it is, email me back and let me know. But I'm hoping a lot of you take advantage of this and let me show you how to set this up, because man, if you've been struggling to find deals, this is going to change that for you. And if you're nervous about closing deals or negotiating deals or calculating deals. I'll show you how to find somebody in your market to JV with that will do all that for you. And all you have to do is create the lead. Okay. So if you're interested or not, email me back. Let me know. All right. Talk to you guys soon.